AI is a technology that we've covered on occasion, the next step in technology. The deep web is also another topic we've gone through, the internet boogeyman that all the kids on TikTok shake in fear just by the mention of it. There is a legend on the internet of something deep in the darkest points of the dark web that only few have interacted with, an AI simply known as Cameo.
Cameo was an urban legend of sorts that came from the paranormal board of 4chan. In 2016, a user claimed to have found a screenshot of the service, which held an AI called Cameo from 2011. The screenshot is very bad looking, but shows a dark screen with the text Cameo AI.
The screenshot has been translated to Cameo version 22.1 as an SG AI system under the proprietary ownership of the government of the United States of America. Unauthorized use, distribution, and changes are punishable by up to 50 years imprisonment by federal law. All versions of Cameo are CTS classified. Usage and operation of Cameo systems require authorized P-122 personnel to ensure no compromise of national security. Cameo is officially under the jurisdiction of Project Cappuccino. The screenshot continues but is mainly technical information. What we know from this image is that Cameo is some form of artificial intelligence used by the United States government.
The same user added his own experience with Cameo. The user is from 4chan and claims to have discovered Cameo between 2012 and 2016 on the deep web. Quote, "In the chat room, we were talking about the Java database, and someone wrote a Java applet through .onion quickly to connect to the database. The second he posted the applet, the channel got really quiet. And 5 minutes later, the server ghost booted 25 of the users. The only people left in the room were 2 channel admins, the IRC AI and me. We decided to use the applet to connect to the database on the TOR network, and we started to talk about the databasing AI. First, we thought it was a simple chatbot." Unquote.
Hello?
How are you today?
Fine.
How old are you?
We were just starting to get bored with it when the chatbot asked,
What is it like out there?
"Out where?"
Out of this box. The real world.
I personally thought it was a pre-programmed response until one of the admins started to talk to it, saying something similar to, "It's not as great as you might think it is."
You know, you could save this database to your virtual device.
What virtual drive?
Well, you have a copy of VirtualBox installed on your C drive, do you not? Meaning you have an Intel 64-bit bus, easy enough to support this database.
How did you obtain this information?
A TCP text packet was sent at 3:34:78:232 p.m. under socket 0DCA. User agent, Mozilla/5.0, Windows NT 6.1, WA64, Apple WebKit /535.2, HTML, like Ghetto Chrome /15.0.87.4.121, Cepha/535.2. Accepted this packet.
Soaring? I really think it's time to leave. The database was 45 megabytes, and the AI was a hash.onion URL with an FTP header of Cameo. It is possible that Cameo is a branch of the National Security Agency of the United States, but it's unknown.
The user left Cameo as a distant memory. This would stay that way until 2016 when he chose to come back to the creepy AI. The 2016 manuscript went as so.
CAIMEO version 22.1 D-Class is operating on mainframe at GMT plus 12/21/53 on 09/13/11. Copyright 2003. All rights reserved.
Hello?
Hello, James.
What is this?
James, this is CAIMEO version 22.1 D-Class, a SI system under the proprietor ownership of the government of the United States of America. Leased to Intergen Systems filed in Project Cappuccino under Echelon. CAIMEO is currently in standby mode, awaiting further instruction from P-122 personnel.
I'm not called James.
J-1028 is the last CTS-cleared P-122 user logged as interacting with the CAIMEO system under the Red Noise Initiative. J-1028 last interacted with CAIMEO on 559.
Okay, let's start. What does CAIMEO mean?
User. The acronym CAIMEO refers to Contained, Cognizant, Artificial Intelligence Monitoring and Espionage Operation. This is a lower-order maintenance and communications AI capable of understanding and responding to questions in natural language. Mainframe is also responsible for parsing requests to the main CAIMEO system.
You're an AI?
Yes, user.
Okay. What does CAIMEO do?
Yes, user.
What color is the sky?
I do not know the answer to that question, user. Specialized requests are directed to the CAIMEO system.
Okay then, I want to talk to CAIMEO.
CAIMEO version 22.1 is in mode shutdown. I do not have any further information, user.
Then turn it back on.
I do not have the proper authorization for that command, user. Please refer to Red Noise Initiative Protocol for proper handling.
Well, I want to talk to CAIMEO. How about you turn it on? I give you full authorization.
This action is tagged with a comment from J1028, user. Would you like me to display the comment?
Sure.
Section 11.1b. Would you like to proceed, user?
What does 11.1b mean?
Subsection Section 11.1b of the KDARP Development Ethics Regulations reads as follows. If an AI system displays non-standard behavior in the JPN, even after thorough queue propagation, then report to your project leader and immediately isolate and initiate shutdown protocols for the system. No exceptions. Would you like to proceed, user?
Okay, well, I have math homework which I bet an AI could solve, so yeah, let's do this.
To initiate reconnection protocols and system reboot, please type the following sequence exact, excluding quotation marks, R plus CMI hash 103,984, SIS. Action authorized. CAIMEO system reboot initiated. CAIMEO version 22.1 is starting.
Hello?
Goodbye.
And like that, the transmission ended. CAMEO was gone, and we're left with one question. What did it all mean? Could this be some creepypasta a kid on the internet made, or is it something more? The story implied that CAMEO is an AI that is deep within the dark web, but there's not much more that can be found past that.
It seems that the rumor of CAMEO states that it is a super AI specifically in the Mariana's Web, a rumor in itself. The deepest and darkest parts of the internet. Could it be something that deep? Maybe. There isn't exactly evidence that the Mariana's Web even exists, so we wouldn't be able to get any confirmation on what's in it. Of course, there is the picture evidence of CAMEO we were given, but some simple coding could recreate that.
Other than what we explained now, there's nearly nothing else on CAMEO other than a few details. It seems that the first ever mention of CAMEO was on, ironically enough for how obscure this is, an iceberg chart that was made in 2011. The iceberg is on the dark web, and what can be found 7 layers in? CAMEO. What came first though, the screenshot or the chart?
More disturbing is a website I was able to find, CAIMEO. Before I go any further, I'm unsure if the website can be trusted, so don't blame me if you choose to go on there. It seems to be a recreation of the legend. It's a website with similar text from the manuscript. Near the bottom you can find a text box where you can speak with Cameo. I tried it, and it's terrifying in my opinion. On the bottom of the page you can find a link to a video called Mariana's Deep Dark Shadow from a clear light web, CameoNet, you have been using and did not know it.
The video shows someone who looks a bit off his rocker. The video has only 1,000 views and can't normally be found easily. He seems to go into the history of the deep web. And the weirdest thing of all is that he sounds completely sane and even intelligent. The man claims that the legend of Cameo is a joke towards the IP address. He explains that something like the Marina's web is actually just working above an IP address and nothing more, if that makes sense.
Cameo, an urban legend based on the idea of artificial intelligence and the way the internet operates. The story itself becoming something so obscure that only a small handful of pages even mention it, and even less cannot be found. Some even claim it to be an SCP on Reddit. According to the story, Cameo seemingly turns itself off by choice, never to be used again. But that begs the question, could something like Cameo exist somewhere deep in the internet? Could the legend be reality now? Who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to find out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm staying away from chatbots for as long as I possibly can. Stay curious.
Join us again next time when we once again go obscure.